Engineering is much more than just number crunching and wrapping your head around complicated situations.
We'll need leadership skills throughout everything that we do.
I mean, at my internships the last 2 summers, I saw the value of leadership in industry.
It will give us a heads up when we're heading into the real world of how to handle certain situations that we might not have experienced in our undergrad career.
I think the ones that really think they want to be leaders, going out into the world, are the ones that are going to benefit the most from this.
Because many students are just working on the project for a long time and they just get asked, would you like to be a leader? And maybe they've never stepped into a real, solid leadership position before.
Having leaders who have developed those skills will impact whoever they touch.
I mean, there are a ton of problems that we still need to deal with in the world today, and it takes leadership and not just raw brain and technical skills in order to accomplish those goals.
We went over recruitment, funding, conflict resolution, and all of these things I could address within my team as they came up in the seminar series.
Beginning with outreach and recruitment, that really helped us because we're a new project team, so when we were recruiting students and going through the application and interview process, we were able to focus in on exactly what we were looking for.
I learned a lot about conflict resolution. I thought was pretty important. Just generally knowing your team, knowing what their thoughts are, listening to them, and then trying to lead them in the best way possible.
And then how to deal with it when conflict does arise. And that's helpful within the project team as well as when you're working in other groups on projects for classes as well as in the professional world, and I think even with friendship.
So one of the topics that we discussed in the leadership seminar series was how to listen to people. And it's not something I ever really gave thought to before, but we learned about the different levels of listening, and not only just understanding the content of what somebody is telling you, but also the context. And as a project team leader, that's a lot more important than you may think.
The major thing I've learned is, just step back and build your team first. I think it's really important to have the people there and have the communication there before really anything else.
So I definitely learned to pay a lot more careful attention to how people on my team are doing outside of the project, how they're doing in the classroom and their personal lives, helping them out when needed, treating our team as more of a community. And that has definitely impacted our hard results as a team.
Okay. One important thing that I learned is that a team requires more than just communication and organization. It also requires a team culture. A team culture helps bind people together and actually makes people feel like they're part of a team. So after taking the seminar series, I realized that a team culture is a high priority for me.
Pinpointing your goals, setting your vision as a team, what you want to be as a team, and following through on them, and learning what tools can be used in order to reach those goals.
And it took us off campus, away from the busyness of Cornell, out into nature, and allowed us to work with other leaders.
It just got us thinking about things in a different way. So now we approach everything from recruitment and fundraising to conflict resolution in a different way than I think we would have without the leadership training.
Cornell Mars Rover approves engineering leadership at Cornell.
I think you guys did a great job. I learned so much. I was very lucky to be able to participate in it, so thank you.
My biggest suggestion is to get involved and practice your leadership experiences. Things may go wrong or things may go right, and just having that practice and that experience, that's what's going to make you a good leader.
If you find something that you truly like, there are always people who are willing to help you, and this leadership program is a perfect example of it.
I think any suggestion would be just, let down your guard and let somebody who knows a little more about leadership tell you what to do.
Utilize the resources that you have as much as you can, especially Erica and Brenner are right here in Olin Hall.
Have fun. Make sure you're not bogged down with work all the time.